Hello everyone. Are you excited or disgusted of using loops in our program? Be happy because making your program smarter makes you smarter too. We will try different looping statements or program. The two codes in the example are the same, but one is using a while loop and the other is using a do while loop. The codes or program will never stop while the user wants to use it. What do you think these programs do? Okay, discuss it with us. Can you spot the other differences between the two programs? Don't tell me it's the line numbers. No, it's not counted as a code. So in our example, the line number 9, it initializes stop to non-zero so that the program can enter the while loop. The variable stop is the basis for the loop to stop or not. In line number 25, the variable quit has the same purpose with the variable stop. It doesn't need an initialization because the program will always enter the do while loop. Okay? Let's go to line number 20 to 21 and 36 to 37. This part of the program asks the user to repeat the problem solving or not. And then, in line number 10 and 38, the codes inside the loop will repeat if it is true. Probably you already know the other differences. Please try these codes. Okay? Now let's compare the for loop and the while loop. So the given code or program are also doing the same thing. They list all the number from the start to end with a step size of step variable. In line number 41, it is just the variable definition of the start, the end, and step. In line number 42 to 48, it is asking the user on the value of the defined variables. Then, on line number 50 and 57, it initializes the value of the current to start. The variable current is the counter of the program, while the value of start is assigned to current because the counting will start with the variable start. And in line number 51 and 57, the condition means that the counting will not stop while the value of current is less than or equal end. Why is it? So answer it on our discussion. Then, on line number 52 and 58, it will print the current value. Okay? In line number 53 and 57, the next value will be assigned to current. That is, current plus step is assigned to current, or the shortcut is current plus equal step. This in line number 61 to 65, this is the code same with the for and while loop, but it has additional features. In line number 63, the variable num is initialized to 1. Then in 64, the dot in the previous code is replaced by %d, which is the value of num. And back to line number 63, the variable num increased by 1. So, for printing the results, what could be the values of num? That replaces the dot. try it for yourself. Okay? Another one, we say that the for loop and while loop are the same, but we didn't say what is this program doing. Okay, so please discuss it on the discussion on what is the output of this program. Then let's go to the comparison of two for loops. So the for loops given in this code are the same. They are also similar to the previous codes, but instead of printing, it solves the sum of the numbers from start to end with a step size step. So please try this code and try to find the difference. In line number 69 and 75, the variable sum will hold the sum of the numbers. Why it is initialized to 0? Please tell on the discussion. In line number 70 and 75, the new value of the sum is the sum of its previous value and current number. This is the process of summation because any programming language can't add all the numbers at once. Okay, it is step by step. Except if they are literals or not a variable, meaning they are a constant number, so specific number. Okay? In line number 72 and 76, it prints the sum. If you notice, the other for loop, it ends with a semicolon and doesn't have the open and close curly brace. It is not a good practice, but why both programs print the same answer? What do you think? If you have problems in catching up the lesson, you can always pause this video, okay? So let's go to break and then continue. Okay, the program below are the same programs, but one is using the break statement and the other using the continue statement. Please try and compare it again. Okay? So in line number 22 to 25, it executes the break statement if the number entered is a non-positive. While in number 42 to 45, it executes the continue statement if the number entered is a non-positive. Then in line number 22 and 42, it executes the code inside if the number entered is a non-positive. In line number 23 and 43, it notifies that the number entered is non-positive. In line number 24, this is for the break, it notifies that the program will terminate the loop. While in line number 44, which is the continue, it notifies that to try again. So that's the difference between the break and continue. And the other difference is in line number 25, in the break, it will exit the loop. While in line number 45, for the continue, it will go back to the line number 39 where the do while starts. Okay? Those explains the break and continue statements. Though in this case, it's better to use continue because the program that uses continue corrects the mistake, while the program that uses the break ignores the mistake and do nothing about it. So break is better in a game winner situation because you can continue the game if there is a winner. Okay? Now let's go to nested loops. The program here prints a 4 by 4 square. So in line number 11 to 14, it prints the upper part of the square. In line number 16 to 22, it is a nested for loop that prints the parallel sides of the square, so the left and the right side. In line number 17 to 20, it will print the side, and also it will print the 4 double spaces or 4 columns, and finally it will print the right side of the square. Okay? In line number 16, it will print the output of 17 to 20 for 4 times in a row. And finally, in line number 23 to 26, it prints the lower part of the square. Try it for yourself to know what I mean. Okay? Then, let's go to another example. This is more complicated because it prints a 4 by 4 rhombus. So let's go to line number 31 and 33. It prints spaces because it is a rhombus. So the top part of a rhombus has the spaces from left. Then 34 to 36, it prints the upper part of the rhombus. So that's the difference between the rhombus and the square. Line number 38 to 47, it is a nested for loop that prints the parallel sides of the rhombus. So instead it is a vertical bar, it is now a slash. Okay? Then in line number 39 to 41, it prints several spaces. The number of spaces decreases as the row increases because it is a rhombus. So the number of spaces on the left decreases as going down by rows. Okay? Then in line number 42 to 46, it prints the side of the rhombus. Then it prints the 4 double spaces or the 4 columns, and then it prints the another side of the rhombus or the right side. In line number 38, it will print the output of 42 to 46 4 times in a row. Okay? In line number 48 to 52, it prints the bottom part of the rhombus. So too confusing, right? But for now, all you need to know is why it is 4 by 4. You can make your own square, rectangle, rhombus, and parallelogram if you copy this code by changing a part of it, just a little part. Okay? So let's continue with doing our laboratory number 3. So good luck everyone. Thank you.